So we're going to address our first inversion today. We'll try the tripod pose, which is like the headstand, except with the hands next to the head. So what's going to be supporting us is going to be the top of the head and the two arms. So in order to be able to do that safely and properly, first of all, we want to make sure that you have no neck or spine or shoulder or wrist injuries. So if you do, please avoid this pose. But if you do not and you're ready to try it, we need to have the right amount of strength in the core, the muscles of the back, and of course the upper body, because when we are in the inverted position, all these muscle groups have to work very hard to keep the pressure off of the neck. If they're not strong enough, you'll end up putting too much pressure on the neck and you can injure the neck and any numerous other joints as well. So please make sure that you take your time. Also, there's somewhat of a little courage issue that needs to be addressed here. Most people, if they've never done an inversion, are afraid of falling over. So initially you can attempt any of this work with the back up against the wall, but if you're ready to move this away from the wall, we're going to address some of the issues as far as falling goes. So we're going to go ahead and start with the upper body and the back work. Now we've done upper body work previously, but we're just going to go ahead and just do a little bit of upper body work right now. So we're going to lie down on the stomach and bring the elbows in towards the body and slide the elbows and the shoulder blades down and squeeze those muscles really, really strong. Now these are going to be the muscles, and this is the action that you need to make sure you're really comfortable with, because when you're in the inverted position, this is very, very important. So let's go ahead and keep the elbows squeezed in and back and lift, and then down. Now when you're in the inversion, you're going to want to press into the arms. So the arms have to be very, very strong. So let's bring the elbows back and press, and then release. Good. Let's go ahead and sit back, take a little stretch. So you want to be able to do that fairly easily. You need some nice, strong arms that will help, because like I said before, if the upper body is not strong enough, you'll end up collapsing into the neck, and we don't want to do that. So let's address some of the back muscles now. We'll do a really basic locust pose. So let's bring the arms by your side, roll your shoulders back and down, and let's just lift everything. Inhale and stay here. So once again, we want to make sure shoulder blades are down, so reach your arms towards the feet. Get the legs nice and long, and keep the abdominals super strong. And let's release. We'll do that one more time. Locust pose, abs are in to support the lower back. You should not be feeling this in your lower back, just in the abdominals and the muscles alongside the back, and then down. And we're going to do a little more advanced version of the pose. And once again, make sure that you take your time and practice these. We're kind of just going through them quickly for now. So you can place the hands, palms down, underneath your body. Walk them as far forward as you can. And engage the abdominals. And we're going to lift the legs as high up as you can, and then come back down. Now use your abdominals and contract the muscles alongside the middle to upper spine, but not the lower spine. And let's try that again. Up, lift, and back down. And one more time, lift, bend, extend, and come back down. Release the arms, and sit back and stretch. So those are your back muscles and your upper body muscles, the arm muscles. So once again, we want to make sure that they're nice and strong. And now we're going to go ahead and work the core. So we'll start in boat pose. And again, you want to be able to hold all of these poses comfortably in order to safely attempt this pose. So let's sit nice and tall and extend. Good, let's hold here. And now you have the option of lifting and lower, and lift and lower. And let's do that one more time. And now we can move the legs. Try to stabilize the torso. And the legs go down, and the legs come up, and down, and up, and now we can move both. The arms go back, and now we release everything down, round through the lower back, and come back up. And we inhale down, like a rollover, like they do like a tumble, like they do in gymnastics. So again, we don't want to do this if you have any injuries, obviously if you're not ready for it. But if you are, so it doesn't feel particularly good, but it doesn't hurt either. So let's go ahead and just come down onto the knees. You'll place your forehead on the mat and you're basically just gonna bring your hips up and let yourself roll over. And this will help to address the issue of falling. The best way to lose the fear of falling is to just kind of do it. So let's go ahead and put the head down. You lift up the hips. So you want to make sure you're very tucked. Pick the hips up, stay very rounded, and slowly roll down. It will help if you use your arms and activate the arms as you're going over. Good. So that was your falling. Almost. We're going to do it once from tripod position as well, but that'll do it for now. So let's go ahead and come down. We're going to just do some prep work. So we're going to place the top of the head on the mat. And first thing we're going to do is just lift the shoulders, fall into the ears, and move the shoulders away. So this is just like what you were doing on the mat on the stomach before, right? So shoulders fall in and shoulders push away. Now press into the arms as the shoulders push away, and then relax. So that's going to be very, very important, is a pulling away of the shoulders and pressing into the arms. And that's going to help when you come up. So let's continue and add on to that. So we're just going to go ahead and pick up the feet. So the head is down. We're going to curl the toes under. And make sure you don't turn your head when you're on the top of the head. So please make sure you're looking center the entire time. So we pick up the knees and walk the feet forward and rest the knees on the back of the arm. Or if you can, well, let's just start on the back of the arm for now and stay right here. And remember, you need to be able to do all of these safely and comfortably. So again, shoulders into the ears, shoulders away from the ears. Into the ears and away. And this is what we need to keep the entire time. So now we can go ahead and take one foot up. Then you can try the other foot up. And if these feel comfortable, abs are nice and strong, pick up both feet. And release. So again, you want to be able to do that easily before you go on to the next step. So we're going to go on ahead, and assuming that that's comfortable, we're going to add on. We're going to pick up the knees off of the arms. So the top of the head goes down. And it's going to be really difficult for me to talk when I'm inverted, so maybe you can watch first and then go ahead and try. So we pick up the hips, walk the feet forward so the knees get real close to the underarm, and then pick up. And then engage your core. This is where your core comes in. Your back is strong, your arms are strong, and the knees come up. Good. And now just like before, let's fall into it again. Tuck the chin and down you go. But you know what? I'm fine. So let's go on ahead and try again. So the falling is scarier more so than anything else, as long as you don't panic. And as long as you keep the arms strong and tuck the chin. So let's go on ahead and lift up, and this time we'll try not to fall. So the hips come up, the feet, core to pick up the knees, more core to extend the legs, and hold. And there you are. Now we can open the legs and close. We can do a split the other way. And up. And split the other way. Now here you can do a twist to the right, to the left. Good, both legs up. And now lots of core. Keep your legs long. Bring the legs down slowly. Hinge from the hips, abs in. Legs all the way down. And release. Extend the arms overhead. Breathe. And slowly come on up. So that was the tripod. A fairly basic inversion. So again, once you get the strength ready, it's really more of a fear that we need to get over. So practice on learning how to fall And once you kind of lose the fear of falling, you can just go on ahead and keep trying until you get back up. So just make sure that you don't feel any of this work in your neck. Definitely don't want to feel compression in the neck. Okay, so that's only going to happen if everything else is nice and strong. So let's take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. I'll see you next time.